Hello everyone, Zorua635 here. Today I want to discuss about my repair services. For a lot of you wondering, or actually not wondering, but for a lot of you who know me, a lot of you know that I do repairs of any kinds from animatronics like Jimmy life sizes or small Jimmy items to robots or any other type of toy, but it's always either animatronics or robots. And within robots, well, for a lot of you who see this channel have know that I do lots of different repairs from very simple robots to like these guys to some very technical robots that go from like the media or the V2 or anything like that pretty much. And I pretty much want to discuss about what my current projects are right now that I'm currently working on. As right now for Ian Fari Marie, I am fixing up her dog.com. But the issue with this dog is that all the gears in it need to be replaced. And the gears are very tiny, and I'm actually having a little bit of difficulty finding them. Because the gears that it uses, they look like something that would be used by a helicopter or a drone of some sort, and I have found the gears, but the hole size is far too tiny, and drilling the hole will just break the gear. So this dog is still on hold for repair. Another one that I got was a BN1 cat from IBO 7M3. And the issue with this cat is it's dead in corrosion, including the power board, which is right here. As you can see, this is really badly corroded. Well, you can't even see it out there, but on the board, it pretty much shows you all. Even from the wires, and it doesn't stop right there. Even from this part right here, it's all corroded too. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see it if it would focus. But there's corrosion in the wires, so that little repair project has been postponed for a bit because I'm still trying to get some vinegar so I can put these electrical parts, well, mostly this part in there, so I can get this battery pack out and see if I can get it repacked and replace the adapter jack, because I actually did find one. Now, where did it go? Ah, here it is. This is the one I found. The only thing I'm going to have to do with this adapter jack is cut it. What do you mean by cut it? It's so it would fit. Meaning, as you can see right here, you can see this thing has like a bit of a slot. Wow. My phone does not want to... Okay, there, you can see that black slot. You see that little 2 gap? This doesn't have it, so I'm going to have to probably cut it so it'll be a perfect fit. So that's already set for that. And another one I have is an RS Media, which it has an issue with the board where the head doesn't want to move or anything. Well, it'll move, but it'll move to the left. It won't move to the right. So I'm still trying to see what I can do to get that fixed. So for now, he's postponed until I can figure out something. Although the owner of the media is in no rush. I guess they're not in a rush of getting it back, due to the fact they completely understand that finding the parts for some of these robots isn't easy. I'll tell you this: after collecting for so many years and repairing so many of them up, this collection of mine, all these robots you see, most of them had to be at least fixed up at least a little bit more than one time. Not because of gear-wise, but certain parts that are just old and just break out of nowhere. And sometimes finding replacement parts for certain robots isn't easy, so you have to reuse the same parts they have, but you gotta make them a little bit more stronger. What else? Like, for example, the V2. This one usually never gives me problems. It's just all with these guys. Most of needs a rewire, or sometimes they have a snapped leg. I got to replace that leg part. Because for the V2s and the medias, I do have replacement parts for, like, gearboxes, headboards, main boards. Actually, no, main boards I don't even really have many spares. I only have, like, 2 or 3 spares, and that's it. Neck gears for him is another thing that gets scarce, so there's sometimes I don't even really offer the service for the neck gears because I don't have any more. I'm pretty much completely out of those gears. But what else is there? Let me think of something else. And for a lot of you who are probably wondering is, how can I send in my robots to repair? All you have to do is just send me an email to Zorua7868@gmail.com and just tell me what robot you have, or what item I should say you have, that needs repairing, and from there I'll give you an estimate of how much it would cost to repair. And if it turns out the item is in need of some major parts, for example, if it's a V2 robot and it has some serious internal issues, I will replace the parts in it with no charge. But if I do not have that specific part that it needs, then, well, I've never came across to that point until pretty much the dog.com. Actually, no, both dog.com and media, where I do not have the appropriate parts to get fully fixed up. But what is there? But there are certain robots that I have never fixed before. One of them includes a actually, who am I kidding? I almost fixed up within WoW robots. I fixed up at least almost all of them, minus 2. There's actually 2 that I haven't gotten a chance to fix yet. Rovio is one because I do have 2 of them. I just don't have the software to test them. So for now, one of them works according to one of my friends, except it's for the wheels that don't work. The second one doesn't hold a charge or something like that. But everything else on it works. Then another one is Mr. Personality, which is similar to Tribot. He is one that I have not worked on yet due to the fact I don't own one yet, but all I know is that getting into one of those shouldn't be too hard for me. I mean, the hardest wire robot to actually repair, which can be a pain, is the boa. Because you have to realign everything. Unlike, what's it called? Like Mr. Personality, I'm pretty sure that it's just going to be, it can be anything simple. I mean, I never really see those with any problems. All I know is that I do have a friend on Discord who actually has one where theirs has a back problem where it'll just lean backwards and it'll just start clicking. Well, I'm pretty sure the issue with that one is it's simply probably just a sensor that needs to be replaced, and since most of WoW's robots use the same position sensors, that should not be an issue for me, because since I have a lot of V2 position sensors, they'll work for him. I mean, I had to replace the one in Boa, because the one he had, it got ruined. I grabbed a spare one from a V2. We'll have a box of parts for the V2, so that's where I grabbed the part from. Replaced it in the Boa, and it worked like new. So something like that shouldn't be too hard. Although it's usually the most common robots I receive to repair are quads, Poochies, and I think those are like any type of Robo-Chi, from Super Poochie and Poochies, Meowchies, those are like the most common ones I receive to repair. When it comes, and sometimes basic robots, even Furbies, I do repair Furbies. Mostly I prefer working on the older ones, because the most common issue with the newer ones, not the Connect, but the 2012 ones, is their motors dying out, and I do not have any spares of those type of motors that they use, so I would prefer just fixing up original Furbies. What else? And I guess that could be about it to cover it in this video. I mean, one thing I will say is, in time-wise, depending on the issues the robots or items have, it can take from anywhere from less than 3 days to about a week. But most of the time, if anything goes wrong or something can't be fixed, then pretty much the owner will get a full refund. If they pay me ahead of time, and it turns out the robot cannot be fixed, or the product cannot be fixed, or do not have the spare part to fix it up, then if they pay me ahead of time, I'll just refund them, and the unit will be put back together and sent back to them. Which, so far, I have not had to send any sort of item yet that couldn't be fixed back to an owner. Well, unless if it has something that's fried, then there's nothing I can do on that, because I don't have certain board components on, nor do I have the right multimeter to check certain components on boards. But other than that, there's really no other big issues. So for anyone who wants their items repaired, please comment and let me know. And from there, we'll see what we can do to get your robot or animatronic up and running again. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and bye.